So good morning, afternoon, or good evening to everyone. I welcome you on the webinar on special fire detection in food processing industry. I would like to request you to ensure a smooth and distraction-free experience. You kindly, again, I request you to keep your microphone muted during the presentation, and we will definitely give you time for the questions. And also switch off or silence your mobile phones and switch off cameras to avoid any interruptions. Thank you. Today we are going to cover various topics related to the special fire detection in food processing plants or establishments. We will talk about the problem statements, risk and risk, causes of fire, and more importantly, what damages it will give when it is not designed properly. We will speak about the code of practices and the standards, challenges with the fire detection system, our offerings in this kind of industry, and few of the references. So this is me. My name is Rohit Mudawal. I have over 25 years of experience in the field of fire and security, with more than 12 years with Securiton. I'm based out of India and taking care of India and neighboring countries. So we'll speak something about the statement, problem statement, risk, causes, and damages. So if you talk about right now what I'm covering is the production facility of the food processing industry, because for other kind of applications you have your normal detection system. For the admin building or the office building, you can go with the normal detection system, or for the warehouses, normal detection, or the high warning early smoke detection systems like aspirating smoke detectors, which are also available with us. For the manufacturing area, you have highly flammable process inputs. Whenever you go into a manufacturing area, you find a lot of process inputs. For example, there are a lot of oils, sugar dust, flour dust, and the alcohol-based flavorings, and many kind of packaging materials. And the risk factor is the flour and the sugar which is present in the atmosphere. It creates a dust cloud, and eventually there might be a dust explosion. Then you have oil and solvents already present in the atmosphere, and they are prone of flash fires. Then packaging materials like plastic, cardboards, which are going to ignite easily. Then the next is this was input. Now we will talk about the output of the output is basically the material which is coming out after the manufacturing. Then you have finished good, which contains again oils, fats, dried products, or powder ingredients, many kind of powder ingredients. And here is again the same problem: residual dust accumulation in the machinery or storage areas. It creates a heavy fire. Then you have high oil content here also, which always increases the combustion risk. Then you have waste materials like cartons, pallets, wrappers, which are easily ignitable. And if you talk about the implications, then the early detection is critical. The reasons are is obvious, because fires spread rapidly due to the flammable substances. So special fire detections are recommended in areas like mixing areas where your input is at risk. Then you have drying, baking, frying lines, which are basically ignition sources. And yes, of course, at the storage and packaging zones, you can go with a heat detection system or even the early warning smoke detection as well. If you talk about the causes, as I said, there is a dust accumulation which creates a fire or ignite fire. Then you have overheated equipments like fryers, ovens, dryers, oils, which can ignite massive fire. Then you have thermal decomposition or mechanically generated sparks like wiring, overloaded circuits. There are faulty motors. Then you have conveyors, bearings, and then the fan generating sparks. So these are basically causes of fire. And not the least is a human error, because sometimes lack of training, negligence, and unsafe maintenance also cause fire in this kind of industry. If you talk about the codes and practices and the standards, there is no much standard and codes available in this kind of industry, and most of the countries, they follow NFPA guidelines, NFPA 61. And this is the product which we are talking right now is an early warning heat detection system. So there are different local codes available and the international codes available, which talks about the early warning of heat detection, and we have to follow the heat detection norms. As I said, there are different regulations like UL, FM, VDS guidelines available, designing principles available. People mostly follow EN 54 part 22 specification. And then when we talk about the product, then they talk about the physical limits of that product. They also follow the physical limits, because some of the criteria or some of the codes are basically country specific, and then they are available in their code standards books. As I said, NFPA 61, basically three kind of industries or three kind of specific industry specification they consider, like all kind of industry that or the facilities that handle or process dry agricultural bulk materials, their byproducts or dust, including grains, oil seeds, agriculture seeds, legumes, sugar, flour, spices, and feeds. I'm talking about the NFPA 61 right now. Then the facilities that manufacture and handling starch, and the seed preparation and meal handling system of seed processing plants, that we are not already covered by NFPA 36 standard for solvent extraction plants. So if you see, majorly they go for NFPA 61, otherwise they go for the country specific specifications. If you talk about challenges with this with fire detection in this kind of industry, you have a lot of places, explosive environments, and in large areas there is a lot of chemicals, there are a lot of oils, dust available. So it's a big challenge to design a proper fire alarm system. You have to be very cautious, or try to find out the products available in the market who will not give you the nuisance alarm, because when you go for a conventional detection system or the other kind of smoke detection system, you end up with a false alarm, because the dust or the oil goes inside into the chamber of the detector and always give you the false alarm. So it is very, very important to select a right detection system, but there is a challenge, because not much systems are available in the market. We are offering you a product which is suitable for this particular application, with more than 1600 square meter area coverage. So we'll cover in our next slides. Then other challenges which we already discussed during our risk and causes slide: combustible inputs. Then combustible outputs like oil, butter, milk, packaging materials, then the pellets, and the ignite sources like mechanical sparks, electrical sparks, hot surfaces during the dyeing process, during the baking process, and then the overheated processes. Yeah, this is one of the example of granules and dust. It creates a dust cloud, which we discussed already. Then there are a lot of chemicals available in the atmosphere, because chemicals are used for even for the production, for the cleaning, and for other kind of applications where you need to basically actuate or increase the production facility or production outputs. Then you have steam. So because of this steam, high humidity and steam cloud is formed because of the cleaning. Uh, there are streams which uh, goes inside into the chamber, and then also gives you alarm. And because of the high uh, water retaining property, it can create a condensation inside the detectors, and which also damages the sensor. So we have to be very careful while designing the fire alarm system here. Then, as I said, a lot of chemicals available. These are aggressive chemical agents like alkaline, acidic, and even the disinfectants, and they may corrode fire detectors, or the residues can block sensor inlets or degrade the optics of the sensors. Long-term exposures of this kind of steam reduces detector reliability and definitely decrease the lifespan of the detector. There are different or frequent maintenance interruptions. Detectors sometimes need to be covered or disabled during the cleaning. Risk of leaving systems offline longer than intended will compromise the safety standards of the premise. So these are the challenges which we are facing when we design the complete fire alarm system for this kind of application. Water jetting, you always use high pressure water jets because of the high IP hygiene requirements. So detector must withstand IP65 or IP66 rated protection because of the splash of water. Otherwise, it will destroy the optics or destroy the chamber of the detector. Sensitive components are always, risk of damage in this kind of environment. The best possible solution which we are going to discuss is our ADW535 for this kind of application, where we have installed in many prestigious installations, and it is running successfully since ages. If you talk about the principle of operation, ADW535, which is the model, is a linear heat detection system based on the air-filled sensing tube principle. It is nothing but is a pneumatic heat detection. The core principle is the system uses robust sensing tubes. It can be of metal or plastic. It is installed along the ceilings, cable trays, tunnel, conveyors, or machinery, depending on the on the on the application where you are using this product. The tubes, you can see on the top, there are tubes which is of copper, stainless steel, or Teflon. Three kind of tubes you can use. And these tubes are filled with normal air and connected to a detection unit. You can see on the left hand side, we have a detection unit, and these tubes are connected to this detection unit. Inside this, we have a highly sensitive pressure sensor. And when these tubes are exposed to heat, uh, heat in terms of fire, overheating, or radiant heat, the air inside the tube expands, and this expansion creates a pressure rise inside the tube, which the detector's pressure sensor continuously monitors. ADW535 detects fire in two ways. One is the differential principle, which is rate of rise. So if the temperature is increasing rapidly because of the explosion, because of the flashover, the air expands very quickly. So the system detects this sudden pressure and triggers pressure rise, means the rise of pressure, and triggers an immediate alarm. And then it also works on a maximum principle, which is fixed temperature detection. So if the tube reaches a present threshold temperature, or sorry, a preset temperature, then you have maybe a preset temperature like 90 degrees, 105 degrees, 120 degrees, or 60 degrees, 70 degrees. When it reaches to that preset temperature, the detectors also triggers an alarm. So this what these two technologies do, this ensures detection even in the case of slow developing fires. So both the possibilities are there, or there is a combination also you can use. The key advantage, if we speak about this in this kind of application, it is ideal for food processing plant, tunnels, heavy industry, because it is extremely robust. You already saw in previous slides that there are chemicals, there are water jets, there are dust clouds, hot surfaces and all. So this is extremely robust. It is resistant to aggressive cleaning and harsh environment. And then the wide coverage area, 1600 square meter area coverage. We have two models available. If you can see in the left hand side, you have ADW535-1, which is a single channel model. And at the right side, you will see this is ADW5352 double channel. These are standard variants which we offer in the market. And if required, you can have the HT variants also from us, because we have IP66 models or ATEX approved models also available, which are used in the harsh or explosive environment. We have different kind of relays available to connect with your main fire alarm panel or third party system, so that you can see the status in main fire alarm panel or a SCADA system or BMS system. So different accessories are available. There are different software. There are software tools are available. Different software means to view one software and to design is another software, where you need to put the dimensions and then the results will come automatically, and you can design accordingly. Maximum length, detection length should be 10 meters, and it is according to EN 54 part 22. 2 into 200 meters if you are not following EN standards, uh, and you can go up to 200 meters per channel as well. Branchings are also possible with this kind of system. So ADW535, our model is having no active component, so it is extremely solid in all kind of environment. It is non-magnetic, non-rusting, non-alerting, acid-proof, shock-proof, waterproof, heat resistant, and dirt resistant. So eventually, any kind of food plant where you will find dust clouds or chemical is more like distilleries and all, chips manufacturing plant, wafers manufacturing plant, or meat production areas, any kind of environment you can rely on ADW535. The tubes are flexible. You can bend, you can do a spiral, you can mount it on minus temperatures also, because it supports from minus 40 degrees centigrade to plus 85 degrees centigrade. So any kind of environment you can install our unit. It is fireproof. Fireproof tubes and fittings. If you are using a metal tubes, they are fireproof and are reusable. After the fire, also you need not to replace the complete unit or complete system. You can reuse it. As I said, the operating temperature of the controller is minus 30 to plus 70. I'm sorry, it's not minus plus 85. It is minus 30 to plus 70. Measurement temperature range of the tube is minus 40 to plus 180 degree, depending upon the tube material which you are using. If you talk about the false alarm immunity, we have an extremely reliable system which is having a zero nuisance alarm because we use a dynamic heat wash technology. Okay, there is an algorithm which is already built in. So it continuously monitors temperatures and even the temperature changes along the sensing tube is monitored continuously. It automatically adapts sensitivity to the environment. It can avoid false alarms from slow or normal temperature fluctuation. It can be from the sun, machinery, or cleaning heat. It detects both rapid temperature rise, which is rate of rise, and critical maximum temperature. It provides early warning of real fire events while maximizing, while minimizing the nuisance alarm. So you can easily see if there is a slow increase due to the opening of the door or because of any spark and it goes down. So you will see a spike or you can see a high in software, but it will not give you alarm because it will not for the more period of time. It all of the sudden it creates a spike and then it go back. But on the software you will see there is a problem at that time, and you can take necessary actions. But you will not get alarm or and if this system is connected with any suppression system, the suppression system will not trigger because it is not a real fire. It is basically a false. It's not false. It's just a trigger. So system will not operate. Our product ADW535 is lightning proof because its air detection tube or air tube contains no field electronics. So this design makes it immune to lighting, electromagnetic fields, and strong electrical disturbances. So you can use in the outside area also, okay, where there are conveyors which are carrying material inside your manufacturing area. You can use outside also because there is no effect of the lightning, or there is no effect of uh, any basically the increase of thermostatic disturbances. It is rodent proof if you are using the metal tube like copper or stainless steel tube. It is rodent proof. So inside also and outside application you can easily install. So as I said, it will not give you alarm or fault, but when it gives when there is a leakage in the pipe, it will monitor the leakage, and then you will get the information. Yes, inside the tube there is a leakage. This sensing tube is an air-filled capillary line connected to this pressure sensor. So it continuously monitors the air pressure stability inside the tube. And if the tube is damaged because of any reason, cut or punctured, the internal pressure will drop. And this drop in pressure is monitored by this pressure sensor. And then it will give you immediately a warning signal. So the benefit is you are uh, having a reliable system which is automatic fault monitoring. It gives you signals. It gives you early warning of damage of these tubes. So in most of the system, when you see uh, if there is an alarm due to any reasons, people tend to switch off the alarm panel, and then it affects the uh, safety issues of the premise. But in this case, you will online you are getting the indications, and no unnoticed failures due to rodent bite or mechanical damage or wear and tear. You will always see this on the screen. If you talk about the networking, RS485 networking is possible. You can go up to 1 kilometer without repeater, up to 8,500 with repeater, and you can have five networks, five repeaters per network if you have a bigger system. ADW units, the control units, up to 250 units can be networked, and that the same can be monitored with the help of the software tool, which is available on your screen, and a lot of different kind of values can be seen live. Multiple alarms in ADW 535 is possible. You have action, fire 1, fire 2. So it depends how you program, because it is field programmable, and it triggered when the system detects unusual heating, but not yet at fire threshold. You can go for the initial alarm and use for the main fire alarm system fire 2 when it is required to extinguish the suppression system. So different permutation and combinations are possible. The sensing tube installation you can do on ceilings, above ceilings, wall, conveyors, oil tanks, electrical equipment, machineries, access restricted area, like your lift shafts and all. Then you have cable trenches, galleries everywhere. Then electrical cabinets, transformers, and generator rooms. So uh, here I would like to bring your kind notice that this system is not only used for the heat detection system. It can be used as equipment monitoring system as well. The equipment, if you want to monitor, you can run these tubes uh, wherever way you would like to run. You have to just see that it should not be punctured or it should not be damaged. Otherwise, you can make a round, straight line, circle. Everything is possible, and you will get the best results. So it is used for both uh, fire alarm monitoring as well as the area monitoring. We have various references available with this kind of system. Few of them are like, it is a Wilsabrunn factory in Germany. It is for the room protection with ADWs between the ceiling panels. So ceiling was protected, and it was installed to protect the equipment as well as the structure of the building. Then you have Haldirams in India, various Haldirams, where they are using for the cable tray protection, and the production area where they are manufacturing chips. On the ceiling they have installed, and they are using both the technology, rate of rise and fixed. So many of Haldiram's plants across India are secured by ADW 535. Then we have Smirnoff factory, and this is used for machineries and tank protection application. These are the few references. Thank you for your time, and I'm ready for the questions if you have any. Please check out our social media channels like LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you very much.
Rohit, thank you very much for the presentation. I've got a few questions, and the first one is, what will be the maximum and minimum length of one sensor tube?
Okay, so for the for our AABW 535, the length of the sensor tube depends on the configuration and the application. Minimum length of one sensor tube from the corner should not be more than 1.5 meter, and maximum length of one sensor per tube should not exceed 115 meters. And since we have a two version product also available with us, so it is 2 into 115 meter. So I'm talking about 230 meters total tube length. And when you design from the wall, it should not be more than 1.5 meter initially, and then you have 5 meter gap.
The next question, what will be the operating temperature range of the controller and the tubes?
Okay, so the evaluation unit is controller, and the operating temperature is -30 to +70 degrees centigrade. I'm talking about the controller, and the if you talk about the humidity, the limit is 95%. Okay, you can use in -40 degrees also, because the lower range is -40 degree. And if you talk about the sensing tube is +180 degrees centigrade and lower limit is -40 degree. If you talk about copper, and when you talk about the stainless steel, it is from -40 degree to +300 degrees centigrade. And Teflon depends on the heat.
And the next question, what is the permissible height to install the sensing tubes?
It is again depends on the application. If you go for ceiling application, it is as like your normal heat detection system, which is 10.5 meter. Okay, because it is nothing. This system is nothing. It's a early warning heat detection system. So we have to follow the standards of the heat detection only.
Do we need to replace the entire tube length once it's damaged in case of fire or any other reason?
No, we can do a partial replacement. So if the sensing tube is damaged, we can just cut that portion and include a new one. And it is a field replaceable. We have accessories available. And this is very easy. It can be done by any technician.
The next question, do we have any software to calculate and design the area and tube network?
Yeah, we have a software available. You have to put the dimension inside the software, and the software will calculate the complete structure of tube, and it will give you a project report. You can follow that project report.
And is this an independent system, or can it be connected to a fire alarm system through relays, for example?
It can be connected to any fire alarm system, any third-party system, even to SCADA or even to BMS system through relays. Okay, so
and I know that.
Yeah.
And what about the Securifier from the Securiton portfolio?
Yes, for Securifier, we have already XLM cards available. So when you connect with XLM, you will get the data on the fire alarm panel also.
Very good. So the last question I have today is, do system check the healthiness by any mechanism, or how can we know that there is a problem?
No, I covered in my presentation. There is a technology which we are using, dynamic heat watch, which is called DHW. Okay, which can do the pressure and vacuum monitoring always. Okay, so it is 24 hours. It is monitoring.